Hey everybody, welcome to another video on the Slightly Modified YouTube channel. And today we're gonna be working on this old girl right here. We got this 1980 Toyota Corolla. So when I got this thing, she was in really rough shape. But I put the time into it, and I'm gonna keep going, and I'm gonna make it nice and reliable, freaking running right. You know, I'm kind of dipping into little itsy bits and pieces here and there, but don't worry guys, I have a vision. This car will come together. So far in the last couple videos you guys have seen, we have pulled the engine out, we have painted the bay, we have paint corrected it, and we pulled the engine out again because the dang clutch wasn't working. And today we got the engine back in. She's all ready to go. She runs, and now we just got to see if she drives. She should, because I tested the transmission outside of the car and the clutch did disengage. So I'm super pumped about that. There's nothing worse than thinking you're on the home stretch and then all of a sudden, we gotta pull the engine back out. So terrible. So right now what I'm doing is I'm actually waiting for the trans fluid to come in the mail, because it's like a special type of trans fluid. It takes MT90, that's what everyone says to put in there, because it's good for the synchros or whatever. I don't know, we're getting that. And I also bought like a long funnel, so hopefully we can fill it through the shifter hole, and we don't have to use the pump bottle, because that was a pain in the ass last time. So right now I'm starting to pull the wheels off, and we're going to we gotta bleed the brakes. Oh yeah, I gotta finish the paint correction too. Didn't show it on video, but I just kind of vacuumed up all the interior. The seats look like shit, but I got the center console in but not bolted. Thing looks like shit as well. But you know, beggars can't be choosers. You know, she's an old car, got all the ECU stuff here. She's ready to go. She runs. This stuff works, but not really the best mounted. I got this all vacuumed up, still needs a carpet cleaning. Back here in the back seat, I got that all cleaned up. It's looking good back there. You guys should have seen the, well actually you did see the car. Headliner's a little rough, but oh well. And then the hatch, we've got what parts are left, or stuff that I just found in the car I don't know what to do with. And this thing is this much closer to actually being a car. It's already registered, it's already insured. All I have to do is finish the car and actually drive it. But we have to get on these brakes because the brakes aren't safe. The master cylinder's a little wonky, but we're gonna check that and make sure she's gonna hold fluid. Oh, I gotta finish the paint correction on the hood too. Just a lot of loose ends to finish up before this car ends up driving. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and bleed the brakes, and you guys don't care to see that. But yeah, in this video we're gonna get it ready for the road. Well, quick update. So I went and got some brake fluid, and I went to pour it in here, and I noticed it was empty, and I know I filled it, so it's leaking. Ever since I actually put this adapter on, I filled it all the way up, and it's been leaking. Now I've seen a little bit down here, but it wasn't enough for this whole thing to leak. And then I looked inside, and I seen it all made its way on the inside of the car, on the back side of the firewall. So we got to get a new master. So we're not going to waste brake fluid. So what I have been doing is I've just kind of been cleaning up. This whole top area was plastic dipped. I cleaned it all up. These are all plastic dip. I'm starting to clean these up right here. And then the part that I've been dreading for so long. So the previous owner had to put Gorilla Tape on this back window, and it started getting pretty nasty. And I noticed after rain it was a little damp inside, and then I realized why he did it, because check this out. So now I have to pull off this whole window, clean all the paint, and taking off the Gorilla Tape kind of messed up the paint in a few spots. Right here, pulled the paint off. The corner, pulled the paint off. Right here, pulled the paint off. So now I'm sitting here being as gentle as I can, trying to get all this fucking Gorilla Tape off of the window, off of the frame. Like, look at this. So yeah, the window is pretty much ready to just come out. Luckily on eBay, they sell new ones of these from Thailand. Thailand has everything for these old Toyotas. So I went and ordered that. Luckily I got a friend who does glass, It looks like there is no rust. We got super lucky. Looks like there's no rust on the hatch. This window is just gonna come right out. That's fucking hilarious. But right now, my main focus is getting all this glue off the paint so I can paint correct the hatch. I need to paint correct the pier too, because there was all that plastic dip on there. And yeah, we got mainly cleaning, brakes. Usually when you clean, that's when you find things that are wrong. And now I did find another big thing that was wrong. You guys won't believe this. Okay, so I don't know if you know, like on these old Corollas and S chassis, they have tension rod brackets that hold the tension rod. And this is basically keeps the wheel from moving backwards and forwards. So as the suspension travels, this will move, right? So it's called the tension rod. Now, check this out. This is where it bolts to the frame, right there and right there. The bolts are missing on both sides. So when I was jacking the car up the other day, I noticed that the tension rod brackets were hanging way down once you take all the weight, you know, off of it. And they freaking, so those tension rod brackets aren't even pretty much bolted. There's only 4 bolts holding that. And the tension rod bracket holds a sway bar too. So blew my mind, but that's why we're checking this car. That way when we drive it, we don't go and kill ourselves. Hopefully we're gonna find some bolts for those tension rod brackets. We'll probably clean up the paint one more time, put some air in the tires. The car it's looking much more like a car, so I'm pretty excited about that. Oh, it has an alarm system, so I gotta get that working. Again, it works, but just not good. And holy cow, yeah, we're gonna put this wheel back on. The good news is the A86 is a very popular car, and it happens to share the same brake master as the TE72. So we're gonna order a A86 Johnny. Plus we got A86 brakes and shit on here too. So I did put my transmission fluid in this morning. Here's my Redline MT90, came in the mail yesterday. I also got this super long badass funnel, so that allowed me to not use that hand pump under the car, because you want to do it when the car is level. And if you use the hand pump, you gotta kind of jack up the car, and you won't be able to get it completely full. So I'll start up the car, we'll let it run, and we'll finish bleeding the coolant. This thing sounds freaking good. Man, it sounds throaty with that thing on. Gotta let it warm up before I can rev on it. But another thing, kind of cleaned up the whatever you call it, the jam for the window. Man, it was kind of a pain in the ass, but I managed to scrape all of the tint off. Now all I gotta do is clean that up. So the window's looking good, and I just went ahead, and I know if you scrape that with a razor blade, you kind of messed up the defroster. Didn't really work anyways, so yeah, if we want that to work, we're gonna have to get a new window. Don't really care. Up next, paint correction. Put some air in the tires, and then master cylinder, then drive. Ooh, this old girl's spitting out a lot of water. Let it warm up a little bit. You guys missed it. I let it warm up, let it go through its paces, make sure it ran good, and then I smashed on the rev limiter like 3 times because Instagram didn't record it. But I'll go ahead and put that video right here. Man, I've been waiting for that. She's running good, guys. I got some fresh oil in her. Up next is the paint correction. I keep putting it off, but we gotta do it. So once we get this car looking good, then I'll feel a little bit better about driving it. Oh yeah, we gotta get the rest of the plastic dip off of all the chrome trim. We're gonna try to chrome trim it, and if it doesn't work out, then we will paint it again. But we want to chrome trim it. It looks more original, so we're gonna do that. So as you guys can see, paint correcting is a tedious process, but it all looks good in the end. So here's the back hatch. So I went ahead and wet sanded everything, and then I started polishing the top. So far, after 1 or 2 passes, it's looking pretty good. Way better than that plasti dip. Same with the hatch. The hatch is still looking pretty good. A few spots where the paint is chipped off, but hopefully the new gasket will cover some of that, not all of it. Over here, still need to do some polishing. Kind of always just when wiping down the car, I paint corrected it a while ago, so it's a little dirty, but I got to go over it again pretty much. Here's the hood. Hood came out phenomenal, obviously, for what it is. The thing I like the most is if you look, you can see the reflections of everything. It looks so good. Now I gotta freaking do pretty much the whole car again, so I'm not gonna worry about that now. I'm just gonna worry about getting the whole car clean. I started doing this fender again because when I was painting the bay, I got a bunch of black paint on it, so I went ahead and wet sanded that with 2000 grit. By the way, all this is wet sanded with 2000 grit. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you could do 1500, but it leaves some pretty deep scratches that you might not be able to get all the way out. But 2000 grit with some good polish, you should be able to get most of it out. I honestly, 3000 grit would probably be where it's at, but it just takes too long. But this came out pretty good. As you guys can see, I started wet sanding the front grille here. This is what it used to look like with all like the road debris. And after I wet sanded it, it's looking nice and clean. I'll have the brake master in soon. It's coming in the mail. Probably do that tomorrow or Friday. And still got to work on getting all of the plastic dip off. I've been working on it on and off. I think it's going to look pretty good. So just a little bit more work, guys. I'm trying to hold out on taking it on that first drive. But she's just about ready other than the brakes. But I was thinking about just using the e-brake. Look what came in the mail today. It's funny too. I ordered this off of eBay and it said that it was really close to me, and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna get this really fast. It still took them like 3 or 4 days to send this over. Same orientation, same everything. For any of you that are curious, it was like $100. Really nice. So can't wait. This is going on, baby. We're gonna get this thing out. I already loosened everything up. Got 2 bolts on the back here. I had this delete, but it would be the same, just changing it, period. There's just 2 bolts in the back, my 3/16, and then there's these 2 10 mils right here. Crack the small ones loose, leave the big ones there. And if you want, you could pump it out just to make your life easier. That way you're not spilling everywhere, because you are gonna make kind of a mess because they might fall out of these lines. That's why when you do it, you want to do like a direct swap. Once this one's out, throw it to the side, you put the new one in, and then you kind of gently tighten these in, and then you can bolt it up. What we're doing over here is we're going to perform a quick bench bleed on this new one. So basically, on these master cylinders, let's just say the brake pedal is attached to this. If you hit the brake, you only push it in however far, but sometimes you're not really pushing it the entire stroke of the master. So basically what you do is, outside of the car, you put a little bit of fluid in here and you push it the entire stroke to get all of the air out of the master cylinder. Now if you don't do this, there's going to be a little air pocket somewhere in this master cylinder, and you don't really want that. So plus you got to get the fluid from here to the back portion, and then from here to the front portion of the master cylinder. So that's what the bench bleed's for. It's a little messy. If you have extra line, you can put them in the front and the back, and then just run them back into the reservoir. That way when you're pumping it, it's just not making a mess. It just keep going back in the reservoir and you're getting all the air out. I'm gonna look for some line. I don't think I have any, but yeah, we're gonna bench bleed this real quick. Well, we got the master in, tightened up, full of brake fluid. So now what we're gonna do is, so I have this 1-person Mighty Vac hand bleeder. It's a vacuum bleeder, so all you do is you hook it up and you just pump away. And it should get you, I don't know, 95% of where you're going. And then after that, I would do the conventional method at least 1 or 2 times on every corner. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to get the back knocked out first, and then we're gonna see if we can get this puppy done. Okay guys, brakes are just about bled. Got all the wheels back on. Everything's looking good over here. No leaks. Looking really nice. This brand new one's looking sweet. Got this topped off. It's actually a little high. I also went ahead and cut that that level sensor wire off because we don't need it. And it's looking real good. So inside the car, everything's feeling pretty good as well. Holy cow, it's a mess down here. So the pin I got with the brake booster delete from Techno Toy Tuning has about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch before the pin even touches the booster. Now this is where the clutch pedal, this is where the brake pedal naturally lies. I can always push it down here and have it be right there, but then the pedals won't be even. So I wanted the pedals to be even, so I just have that dead spot, and then right here we got our pedal feel. Feels real solid and it feels real good. Hopefully this will stop the car pretty good and not lock up the wheels. But look at this, look how tight everything is. Be kind of hard with my big feet. Gotta wear skinny shoes. All right guys, today's the day. We are going for the maiden voyage. We got the garage cleared out. We're gonna drive this thing. There's a couple things we need to do though. First, I see a wire dragging. That's the fuel pump wire. We need to fasten that or just tuck it up somewhere. We gotta torque the wheels, and we're gonna put on a battery fastener. So those are the few important things. If the car breaks down, I don't care. But if the battery flies out and messes something up, I care. If a wheel falls off, I care. We're not gonna drive it crazy. We're just gonna go around the block, getting some heat in this thing, and then we're gonna see if she does okay on the first drive. Guys, I'm fired up. It's been 9 months. 9 months. So the car, hopefully I cleared enough room. Look at all this crap. This is all from the shed. Should be safe enough. If anything else falls off, it's not my fault because that means I've never touched it. Oh, there's my hat. We got no back windshield because we're waiting for the window guy. He's gonna come put it in. Then we'll have a back window. She's freaking ready to go, boys. All right, let's do this. Oh, we can roll the window down, get fancy. Here we go. Dude, it's so hard. You can't press the brake without pressing the gas at the same time. All right. Brakes work okay. Oh man, she's a little peppy girl. Brakes, they work okay. Not good, not bad. Man, this thing is a rattling machine. Pretty easy to drive. Steering wheel is really, really, really easy without power steering. She's making all sorts of noises. It sounds like it's about to fall apart. Guess that's the name of the game. Oh yeah, the brakes are okay. Not bad. All right guys, I'm gonna put the camera down and actually focus on not losing a wheel or anything. Fuck, this is tight. I'm pulling over every couple minutes, checking on it. She is street legal, so I'm driving her around. Few first impressions, this hose feels like it's about to explode. I don't know what's up with that. The radiator's damn near got a hole rubbed in it. It's hitting right here. That's close. Yeah, spitting a little bit out of here, not a lot. Fuel pressure's a little bit low. I want to raise that up a little bit. Other than that, no leaks, no nothing. So we're gonna keep driving her. God, I'm like a little kid right now, dude. This thing fucking rocks. Holy dude, it's so light and fast, and The throttle is just so... Oh my God. The neighbor's gonna be pissed. I gotta put this thing away. Let's put it away. So far, a few things that I love about this. It's super light. It's super peppy. The shifting feels super crisp. It's just something like I've never driven before. It's crazy how it feels like it has power steering, but it doesn't. Like, that just proves how light this car is. Now, things I don't like about it. It's sketchy. There's still a lot of work left to do on it. I almost put a hole in the radiator already. The fans actually cool a little bit too good, so I think I got to put them on a switch. I don't want to be monitoring them all the time. I've been driving the car for 20 minutes. It's probably been running for half an hour, and the exhaust still didn't feel like super hot. And I'm over here revving it. Obviously, I didn't know, but hit rev limiter like 3-4 times. Feels really good. Some of the neighbors are outside upset. Some of the neighbors are outside happy. So, bottom line, this little thing rips. And I think we're gonna close it off for this video, guys. That was about it. So, we drove the car. Car drove great. Just a few things I want to do. I want to clean it up a little bit more, and I actually want to go over all the suspension components. So in the next video, we'll probably do that, go through it, make sure everything's tight, make sure everything's clean. We have some coilers for this puppy. We're going to put those on, slam her down about 2-3 inches maybe, and we'll go from there. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Andrew Garza, Slightly Modified. I'm out. See you guys.